Hello everyone, 124Sun here. I want to make a video on Magic the Gathering today, but I don't have time to record a full drafting session, so I'm making a new series called Deep Analysis. Just like the name suggests, I will go through one particular card in the context of the limited format of the set. And in this episode, I want to talk about the card that wins me the draft on this Sunday, which is Kefka Court Mage. Kefka Court Mage is a 2 blue black red for a 4/5 legendary creature with the first ability reads, whenever Kefka enters or attacks, each player discard a card, then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. Just with this ability alone, Kefka is a certified bomb, already giving you a lot of value just by entering. Your opponents will discard a card, and you will also discard a card and draw at least one, making opponents down one. If the discarded cards have different types, you can draw a second card, making you up one while your opponent down one. Or, even better, if there are 3 types within the discarded cards because someone discarded, for example, a saga creature summon from the set, you can draw 3 cards, which is pretty awesome. And this is not even the end of it, because if your opponents left Kefka alone, Kefka triggers this again by attacking. Turn by turn, your opponents will discard more and more while you draw more and more. So this is a must answer threat, drawing up your opponent's resources while giving you more within the span of 2 to 3 turns. In the in-store draft I did this Sunday, I was able to pair Kefka with Y'shtola Ro, which is kinda immersion breaking in terms of Final Fantasy lore, but their pair up is an absolute powerhouse, as Y'shtola blinks Kefka twice in the end step, expedites the process of draining opponent's resources while gaining a loss for my own. And in case you forget, Kefka still has a second ability, reads, pay 8 mana, each opponent sacrifice a permanent of their choice. Transform Kefka activates only as a sorcery. And with that, Kefka will transform into Kefka, Ruler of Ruin, a 5/7 flying creature with the ability, whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. To be honest, I never felt the need to transform Kefka when I was playing him, because 8 mana is a hefty cost, and in late game, opponents can just sacrifice a land to the activation, making it less impactful. Also, Kefka's first ability already helps you win the game, so just attacking with the front side might be a better idea. Still, the 5/7 flying on the back can help you push through damage if your opponent is having trouble blocking flyers. Just need to be careful of the card draw ability, as there's a risk of drawing your deck out. Now, I've said a lot of praises about Kefka, so here's my final verdict. I give Kefka Court Mage a grade of A. Kefka is an absolutely powerful bomb that immediately gives you a lot of value just by entering, so he already does a lot of work even if your opponent immediately uses an instant speed removal after he enters. If he is kept alive for a turn cycle, his attack trigger will be your opponent's nightmare. The only downside for Kefka is that he is in 3 colors, not touching green, so you need some effort to cast him reliably. Now, after ranking him, when should we pick Kefka during draft? If you see him in pack 1, he is a strong first pick contender, only being outshadowed by even more powerful cards in less than 2 colors, such as Dion or Sads. After picking up Kefka in pack 1, you'll want to stay in any 2-color pair in his colors, which includes blue-black, blue-red, and red-black. You'll also want to draft some color fixing, such as lands and blitzball, so that you can cast him reliably. And as always, don't get too married to your first pick, especially if it's a 3-color card like Kefka. Be ready to jump ship to other colors if the draft doesn't allow you to stay in Kefka's color. If you see Kefka later in pack 2 or pack 3, Only pick him up if you're already in the aforementioned 3 color pairs and if you have enough ways to fix your colors to cast him. As for the deck building, he goes into pretty much every deck as long as you have enough color fixings to cast him. Recursion effects like Fight On or cheap protection spells like Magic Damper also helps a lot because they let Kefka to stay on the board longer in their own different ways. In my Sunday draft, I casted Kefka at 6 mana and drew into Magic Damper. My opponents couldn't remove Kefka because of this, and it was truly a nightmare for them. That's it for my deep analysis on Kefka Court Mage from the Final Fantasy set. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.